than that on this planet, who were not able to legally vote for the leadership in this country. We do this for them. We wear this shit for them. We do what we want. We have sex with whoever we want for them because we...
What? Oh my gosh. That was the biggest cap of this whole entire video. Hello guys, it's your boy Mo Vibes. Today we're gonna be reacting to some controversial type videos. This one specifically is from the channel It's Complicated. Shout out It's Complicated. The title of this video is called Victim or the Prize: Rules of Modern Dating and Understanding Women. It's Complicated. So you already know this is gonna be something spicy, something interesting. I haven't seen this video, so we're just gonna react to it and I'm gonna have my input on it. Like I said, everybody is entitled to their own opinion, so this is just my opinion, and yeah. Let's get right to the video. I'm definitely buying a new webcam, by the way, because it's time to upgrade.
When it comes to dating and relationships, who is typically seen as the prize, the man or the woman?
The woman. Ooh, the woman for
It's
sure.
usually looked at like that,
woman.
yeah.
The woman.
The woman.
So if the woman is the prize, what would that make the man?
The wallet.
Yeah.
Doesn't that place the man at a lower value and status to the woman?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Don't women typically want to date a man on her level or higher?
Yeah.
Yes.
So don't women typically want to date a man who's a prize and not a loser?
No, I like to be better.
So
What?
if a woman declares herself the prize, isn't that relationship destined to fail?
No.
Not necessarily. It depends on who she's dating.
That itself said a lot.
On a pedestal and it sees them as like the end all be all, then that's on them. And whatever works for them, as long as they're happy, they're happy. But you know, a guy who knows his worth, they're not gonna go for that.
Well, if the woman is the prize, wouldn't that make the man a simp?
Yes, and there are simps in this world. Like if there are high value men and other people who respect themselves.
But do you think that women want to date a simp?
Some women do. Some women want to be alpha and a boss bitch, you know?
I mean, it depends on the...
There are some girls, I'm not gonna lie, that like to be alphas and like to dominate their men. There are relationships like that do work, but that's very far and few if you really think about it. That's not the majority.
If the male is like a beta, then he just gonna suck it up and follow behind the female. But if he's an alpha, he gonna be like, I'm not taking that.
Because I think, actually I know I'm a prize. And so I think that a man should value me for what I am.
So you're saying you know you're the prize and the guy should take you for as you are, but that's not holding yourself accountable, because you're basically saying he should take me for as I am, even my flaws, things that I don't look at. How can you be the prize but you have all these flaws? Like, just make that make sense.
The women go around declaring themselves the prize.
Because they have pussies. It's much harder to find a high value man than it is an average woman. I can f any girl out here, but for her to find a man who has clout, status, money, influence, all that personality and whatnot, it's way harder. Who's funny, tall, 6 foot, physical specimen, it's way harder for her to find that.
You gotta
Why
have
do so many women think they
personality.
have the golden pussy when every woman has one?
Entitlement, name of the game, straight up.
Do you believe in gender equality?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How can men and women ever be equal if pussy costs more money than dick?
I honestly don't think we will ever be equal. I think that that is a dream that we would love to have, and that's something that we can pursue and fight for, but I don't truly think that we will ever be treated the same. I don't think that's possible.
How likely will women pay for dick or make pussy free?
It's not even about being treated the same. Yet we should all be, given the same, equal rights and freedom, definitely. But men and women, we definitely have things that we're better than one another, and we're very much different. A lot of times people like to compare each other a lot, but we don't appreciate each other's differences. I think that should be more normalized in society, at least, but yeah, this girl made no sense.
Treated the same. I don't think that's possible.
How likely will women pay for dick or make pussy free?
I don't think they will ever have to pay for dick, because I feel like men just always want it, so we could just get it whenever we want, versus men can't necessarily get it whenever they want.
So then what are we fighting for?
Equal pay.
Man, we kind of just take advantage of women,
That's the type of girl, I'm sorry, like, no offense, got like respect to the other girl because she was answering the question, but The one who was holding the mic, very immature. That's not the type of woman who, no offense, you want to take serious. I can't say anything about the other one because she was having some good input, but she wasn't talking too much.
Kind of one of those things that like women should love their bodies, should do what they want with their bodies. And I mean, I guarantee you, if you walk up to more men on this strip, they are more willing to fuck you than a woman would.
Is it easier
What?
for women to sell sex than men?
Hold on. I just want to make sure I heard this shit right. What the fuck is he talking about?
Man, we kind of just take advantage of women, you know, so it's kind of one of those things that like women should love their bodies, should do what they want with their bodies. And I mean, I guarantee you, if you walk up...
Yeah, I don't agree with that. So you're basically telling them you can get fat, you're saying everything. Yeah, obviously you have that freedom, but you're telling them basically if you want to get fat and do all that, go ahead. If you want to get fit, go ahead. But it's like you're not really preaching truth. You're just saying do what you want. At the end of the day, there's gonna be a good and there's gonna be a bad. And if you're gaining weight and being unhealthy, that's obviously not good for you. So it's like, is that a good message to be preaching to not only women but to anybody in general? His math is not mathing. That's all I know.
I guarantee you, if you walk up to more men on this strip, they are more willing to fuck you than a woman would.
Man's more willing to fuck you than a woman would. What, bro? Unless he's gay. Like, what are you talking about?
Is it easier for women to sell sex than men?
I mean, men could do gay porn. That makes hella money.
Is it
That
harder
makes
for,
sense. He's probably gay.
Is it harder for a man to get the woman he wants into bed or for a woman to get the man she wants to commit?
Harder for a man to get the woman he wants in bed. Most dudes are lame. They don't have game. They're not cool. They're not funny, smart, tall, handsome, all that shit. They don't have money. That's harder for them. A woman can f most dudes she wants to holler at.
Yeah.
One man to get the man she wants to commit, I would say.
If women think men are trash, why are they so interested in getting his commitment?
I mean,
Good.
maybe for security.
A lot of these bitches don't be like feeling like they gotta be like wife material, baby. Yeah, you do.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like for security reasons, it's like, all right, whatever. You do what you do. But at the end of the day, people who watch these type of videos, you guys see it. You guys see it firsthand. Yeah, she's pretty, but a woman that thinks like that already, it's like, oh, I'd get a man for security. Like, you can clearly see that if she's not already been in this situation, she'd be willing to if she found. It's like, is that a type of wife you would want? So let's keep it real.
A lot of these bitches don't be like feeling like they gotta be like wife material, baby. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Even if you do what you do in the streets, baby. Yeah, you do. You gotta cook, you gotta clean, you gotta do all that. You feel me? You gotta
Even if you do what you do in the streets, no. Why are you preaching the streets? Like, how are you gonna preach being a submissive woman? Like, you gotta cook, you gotta clean, but also if you do what you do in the streets, I mean, unless you look like you probably gang. Maybe if that's what you're talking, but if it ain't getting money in that sense, if you're talking about being in the streets, I don't know. I disagree with that.
Even if you do what you do in the streets, baby. Yeah, you do. You gotta cook, you gotta clean, you gotta do all that. You feel me? You gotta abide by your man's rules. You gotta bow down. You gotta do. You feel me? Like I
wouldn't say bow down.
It's a lie.
Why would women often...
I wouldn't say bow down. You don't gotta worship me, man. Like, come on now. She doing a little too much, but definitely submit and respect and love your man, especially if he's holding you down, for sure.
Rules. You gotta bow down. You gotta do. You feel me? Like I don't know. Like it's a lie.
Why will women often withhold sex when men have a stronger biological need for sex than women?
That's their only way of power. That's how they can control relationships, is sex.
Should men withhold attention and resources when men are unhappy with women?
Yes.
Not all, but a lot of
Logical
women will
man.
leverage sex over men, so is it fair for a man to leverage attention and resources over women?
I don't think it's fair either way. However, I do think that when it comes to sex, that it should be a consensual thing regardless. So if someone doesn't want to, then they shouldn't have to, no matter what.
Should either
Either
way.
feel pressured to.
Yeah.
But you see how when it doesn't benefit them, it's a problem and it's not fair. That itself is a double standard. It's like just their viewpoint of the way they think about it. It exposes itself if you really think about it.
Why do women pride themselves on manipulation as a skill when they already control what men want?
Not all women have that ability. I mean, manipulation, I mean, I can do it, but like a woman, they can do about anything they want, you know? Because men are dumb enough to fucking pay for it, or men are dumb enough to do it.
Right. But just like not all women can do it, not all men can afford to pay for it or would pay for it, right? What is the best and the worst thing about being a woman?
This guy, he makes sense at one point and then goes completely off and makes no sense. That man just confusing. That man's like in blue pill rage.
What is the best and the worst thing about being a woman?
The best and the worst thing about being a woman? Okay. The best thing about being a woman is like...
I get a lot of dick and attention.
Is being a woman, I think. It's like, I'm a woman. It's incredible. And the worst thing...
Incredible being a woman because I'm a woman. Imagine if I said that. It's incredible being a man because I'm a man. Okay, but what makes you a man? Like, what makes you a woman?
Being a woman is being a woman, I think. It's like being I'm a woman. It's incredible. And the worst thing is like having to be afraid all the time, walking around here alone or any place.
I mean, I get that in a sense too, because like, let's keep it real. Obviously, we have laws and set in place and stuff like that. So like, obviously, most men aren't gonna be sexual predators and attack women, but clearly we have men that are like that, and there's definitely weird guys out here like that. I can understand that in that sense. That's why personally, I got a twin sister, and I tell her all the time. A lot of girls that I talk to that I'm friends with, they always say, "Oh, I got a knife. I got a knife." I'm telling you right now, that knife ain't gonna do nothing to you. That knife ain't gonna do nothing, because a guy is most men are physically stronger, and if he's physically stronger and takes that knife from you, what are you gonna do? You better run. You call 911. That's why I always tell women, people like who I'm close with, like my mom, my sister, even friends that I'm close with, carry pepper spray. Pepper spray is a lot more, it's just a lot better, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to get very close range to the person, especially if they're threatening you and it's from far away. Boom, quickly get them, do what you gotta do, leave. It's a lot easier for you. That's a better weapon to have, pepper spray, than just having a knife. Just saying.
Walking around here alone or any place.
Okay, is it realistic to think that nobody should ever feel unsafe?
If it's realistic, I don't know, but it's like...
Yeah, because everyone feels unsafe at times.
My dream...
Well, I mean, here's the thing, okay? Just because women feel afraid all the time, does that mean they really have a right to be afraid all the time?
Sure.
Well, at the same time, if a woman is attacked in public and a man is attacked in public, who is more likely to be rescued?
A woman.
I don't know. I think. Sorry.
I guess you're afraid.
That's a post-trauma from my home.
That's funny.
Do you think men are the biggest threat to women,
that's not
or are
funny,
men the
but,
biggest
like,
protectors of women?
That just kind of proved the point, like, just how she's living in fear,
It can go either way, honestly. I mean, it's the good men out there that want to protect, but then there's also bad men that want to do terrible things.
For the person that's assaulting, there's also a good guy that's there to save.
Yeah.
But aren't most cops and soldiers men?
Yes.
What percentage of men that you encounter catcall you?
A lot.
Probably 85%.
Like, we were just touched, like, multiple times just walking.
Some guy grabbed my nose about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, see, I'm gonna keep it real. Like, in that sense, that's something that I will say, that like, there are a lot of weird guys out here. I'm gonna keep it a buck. There's some guys who are very fucking weird like that. They like to touch women without even her consent, or like without any type of like vibe that she's sexually or even sensually into him. You at the club, a guy will grab a girl's ass. It's like, if you a guy that does that, bruh, I'm gonna keep it real, shame on you, because it's like, approach a woman like a man, bruh. Go up to her, you know what I'm saying? Make your approach, if you're gonna cold approach. But like, at the end of the day, bro, grabbing a girl's ass, doing shit like that, bruh, like, that's weird. Like how she was saying, grabbing her nose, like, nigga, if I don't know, like, what the fuck? And guys do that to girls because they know that they're stronger than women. And it's like, some of y'all guys, come on, bruh. Some of y'all need to chill with that shit. Like, just approach a girl, you get dub, on to the next one, but don't, that shit weird, bro. I be seeing that shit at the club myself when I'm with my boys. I'll see a guy like just grab a girl or touch her. I'm like, bro, what is bruh doing? Like, who do you think you are, bro? You lucky that like she don't got a man around him, or like a guy friend around, because I could easily turn into a brawl and then a shootout. You never, because Orlando be crazy. Like 2 weeks ago, I was at the club. I'm pretty sure you guys heard, like, on the news, 7 people got shot in downtown. So crazy. I was out that same night. 10 minutes before that shooting happened, we left. And then that shit happened. Like, that's God, man.
Some guy grabbed my nose about 20 minutes ago.
It is a pretty nose, I will give you that.
Thank you.
How often do you fear for your safety when a man catcalls you?
100%.
All the time.
Now, I'm not excusing it. Why is catcalling such a big deal?
I think catcalling is such a big deal because I'm not out here dressed like this. You can give a little pan of the outfit. This is not for others' view. This is for me, and this is what I feel most comfortable in. This is not an invitation for you.
You are at the club. You're at a place where there's clubs, it's scenery, there's a lot of men, a lot of women. It's just a lot of people. Okay, you're saying it's for you, but like, come on now. You were just earlier talking about using men for money and this and that, and just talking all about how you're the prize, blah, blah, and how you're superior. So if you look at it in that sense, you're saying all this, and you're trying to look good for yourself, and you're trying to center yourself in a sense. But at the end of the day, you're going out and you're trying to get attention. It's like, what type of how does that correlate? That's just a contradiction, you know?
This is for me, and this is what I feel most comfortable in. This is not an invitation for you to come objectify me or decide that this body is meant for you. It's mine.
And that's the thing, is that like, it's not that's her perception. It's not that men are thinking, oh, that's my body. It's just like, yo, you looking good. You're dressed kind of sexual. I'm gonna keep it a buck. You're looking pretty. Of course, men are gonna approach you. Shit, if I'm going out to the club and I'm trying to get some, you know, and you looking like that, I'm gonna approach you. Simple as that. You can't expect to dress pretty like that and get approached. It's funny that like women are complaining, like her especially, she's complaining about this in the sense of like, oh, it's not for men, blah, 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 but like you're craving the attention. She's the type of girl that she gives me vibes that she gets aroused, she gets a joy out of just rejecting men. I could tell. And then her friend, I could tell she was like a good girl that's going bad because she's hanging out with this one.
Objectify me or decide that this body is meant for you. It's mine.
Okay, and that's fair. I agree with that. Now,
I mean,
for
yeah,
a lot
it
of
is
women
yours,
who
but
say they dress for themselves, why do you often see women walking around in uncomfortable shoes and skimpy outfits when it's freezing outside?
Because I made that money, and I'm going to spend that money on some cute heels. And I worked on this body, and I'm going to show it off.
No, I get that, but I'm just saying if they were dressing for themselves, wouldn't they be comfortable?
Yeah, I think that me in heels looks a lot better than me in just a pair of sweatpants. I do feel better, and that is still for
You said looks. See, that's the thing. She said it looks better. It's not about what looks better. It's what feels better. Just contradicting again exactly what she was just saying. It's one of those gotcha bitch moments.
looks a lot better than me in just a pair of sweatpants. I do feel better.
And her friend right here is just looking at her like, yeah, I agree with you. Making no absolute sense.
Even if it's not the most comfortable, it feels good to me.
If a woman has lots of sexy photos on her dating profile and no bio, should she be surprised if guys are only contacting her for hookups?
Oh, absolutely not.
No.
Definitely not.
Why not?
Because she's kind of asking for that attention.
Is she not promoting herself in the same fashion if she's out walking the streets in a slutty outfit?
No.
So why would it make a difference if you're online or out in public?
Because you're posting those photos for like a specific dating app while you're walking outside. It's like how you want to dress.
I dress this way because I want to dress this way for me and not for anyone else. And also, at least here, if you're going to a club, they have dress codes, and you have to dress a certain way in order to get in, and that is why we are dressed this way.
When people are privileged, a lot of times they don't realize their blessings, and women are very and it's not to sound like a man like, oh, as men we don't get attention like them, and we just live in that reality, we accept it. But it's like when you are consistently bombarded through DMs, Snapchat, Instagram, your text message, in person, always getting hit on, of course you're not going to appreciate getting that attention as much if you weren't getting any attention. Let's keep it real, as men we barely, I mean, yeah, we can get, you know, like signals and stuff, but we don't get approached by women like that, barely. You know, it'll happen from time to time, but we're the ones that usually do the approach.
So why can people make assumptions about you online but not in person?
I think they can make assumptions about both, but online I feel like it kind of goes for more like what you post, because you can kind of choose what you want to post and what you don't want to post. Whereas in person, I guess you can choose what you want to wear and what you don't want to wear, but I don't know.
Why do you think women can't just ignore catcalling instead of just hating on all men?
Because when we ignore catcalling, they don't stop. Like they'll just come up to us and like be more in our face and more aggressive when we do ignore them.
I don't really think there's a way to win. There's been times when I can ignore it and they back off, or there's been times when I've confronted it and they back off, or vice versa. I don't say anything, I continue to get followed. I do say something, I put myself in even more danger. You really just have to gauge the situation, and there really is no right answer to what to do. Is every time.
Like I said, I get that, because there are some weird weird guys out here. I've been to downtown and I see how some of these guys, instead of like just trying to talk, like, approach her real quick, like a lot of guys would be like, hey yo mommy, hey yo, like bro, what is you doing? What is you doing, bro?
You really just have to gauge the situation, and there really is no right answer to what to do.
Is every time I go out, no matter how I look, someone is being inappropriate with me, and that's when it becomes an issue, because it is inappropriate. And I don't mind, like you say, inappropriate things happen every day, like people either touching you or trying to get something from you. But when I can imagine that's why celebrities struggle being a celebrity status, because they are constantly hounded for attention. And that's how I feel when a guy whistles at me.
Right, but the fact that you bring up celebrities, right? If you ask a celebrity, if you had to give up the idea of being famous in order to never ever deal with paparazzi, would they give up the privilege of being famous?
Probably not.
Would you give up the privilege of being sexy as fuck?
Does the way that you dress attract the type of attention you want?
Not always.
Not always.
Yes.
So is it fair to blame?
That's in your perspective. That's not true. Like, men, we see things differently. If you're dressed like this, really pretty and looking good, we're gonna approach you like, come on now. And of course, there's been times, I'm pretty sure these pretty girls have gone out real basic looking and still get approached. But still, if you look good, you look good. And looking good is very subjective. And it's just on what the guy thinks looks good. If he finds you attractive, even if you just woke out of bed, he's still gonna approach.
Not always.
So is it fair to blame society, or is it better to just change your own behavior?
Probably. I don't know.
I would say that society is the reason that a lot of the problems that we see with dating occur. However, I do think that there are ways for people to avoid them and or change their behavior accordingly.
100%.
Why avoid when you can just attack it straight on? At the same time, that's like not having accountability, blaming society.
Avoid them and or change their behavior accordingly.
100%.
I take the steps to make myself feel safer. I carry weapons to be able to protect myself. I learn how to ward off that attention. I've learned how to gauge the body language of, if I yell at this man for hitting on me, is he going to become dangerous or is he going to go away? I've learned how to understand that and figure out what to do in that situation.
And one last question, which I think you just touched upon. I ask, when does blaming society end and personal responsibility begin?
Whenever you're ready to accept it. I think it's everyone's timeline. I don't think it's, I'm gonna get off social media and realize that I'm the problem. I think everyone, a part of them is like, no, the world's against me. And so it's whenever you're ready to accept that.
Yeah. You know what? In Israel, women are badasses. They can beat the shit out of guys. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, maybe more American women should serve in the army, and they'll know how to defend themselves.
Maybe more men needs to like not be attacking.
Well, I think we can do both.
Maybe.
I think we can do both. I don't condone the guys who do that.
Fuck her rid of the pussy!
I can wear pants. I can wear a top that shows most of my body. And I continue to do so because of all the women who fought for that. Women got the right to vote 102 years ago. That's it. There are women older than that on this planet who were not able to legally vote for the leadership in this country. We do this for them. We wear this shit for them. We do what we want. We have sex with what we want for them, because we...
What? Oh my gosh. That was the biggest cap of this whole entire video. Wow, I see why he saved that for last. Wow. She said she wears that slutty outfit for the women that fought for freedom rights 102 years ago. No, bitch, you're out in the streets of wherever this city's at trying to get some attention, whether that's female or male. I don't know how you swing, whatever's your preference. You're going out to get attention and to get social and to have a good time. Let's stop the cap. Did you guys hear what she said right after that? She said, we have sex for the women. Then we have sex for the women that fought for our freedom 102 years ago. No, you don't, bitch. You have sex for your horny, selfish ass. Stop playing, bro. Come on. Like, I usually ain't gonna grill you this hard, but like, you asking for it. You asking for it. Damn, mama. You need therapy. What Kanye said? Find God.
We do this for them. We wear this shit for them. We do what we want. We have sex with whoever we want for them, because we are still continuing to fight every single day. I am constantly hit on at my place of employment, my professional place of employment. I am treated like a child or like a sex object every single day of my life. And I'm gonna keep on fighting to make that not fucking happen Or
So how are you gonna say I'm gonna keep fighting to make that happen? I'm gonna keep fighting to not look like a sexual object, blah 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 blah. But then just go literally just contradict what you just said is we have sex for the women who fought for us. So you're out here being a slut, hooking up with clearly several men, doing whatever you're doing, and then trying to fight. Oh, men shouldn't objectify me. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, wow.
to make that not fucking happen, or to make that so that I can feel safe being able to look as I do and to be as young as I am and go out and be completely safe.
Thought.
And I'm gonna keep on fighting for that.
I want to be a thought, and I want to be safe. I want to be a safe thought. I want to do all thought and thoughty shit, and I don't want to face any accountability. Yes. That's what that sounded like. I didn't even go hold y'all. Like, man, shout out It's Complicated Channel. I'm telling you, bro. Wait, where was this at? This was in Las Vegas. The most hypergamous, sluttiest, lustful city in America. Like, come on now. To all my guys, let's keep wising it up, keep getting wise, hold the line, brothers. To all the sisters who are watching this video and want to, just really understand a man's logic, we appreciate y'all. And yeah, this is just a perspective on what I think about this video. It was definitely good content, man. Shout out to this channel. There was a lot of interesting debates. There's a lot of cappery going on, but overall, it was definitely a funny video. Like I said, if you guys want me to react to a lot more of these like type videos, make sure you guys drop it in the comments below what you want me to react to. And yeah, I'm gonna be dropping a lot more vlogs and content this week. Actually, gonna be some basketball content, more reactions. So like I said, if this is your first time watching me, make sure you guys subscribe. Appreciate everybody that's been subscribing, engaging, commenting. We're almost at 1.6. Shit, let's get to 1.7, man. Let's do it. Appreciate everybody, for real. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna wrap this video here, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. So be easy.